Welcome to Fast Five, where our four panelists weigh in on 5 separate topics. Let's get started. Colin, MTV celebrates its 35th anniversary this year.
Well, very much like TLC, the Learning Channel, which has absolutely nothing to do with learning, MTV has nothing to do with music. It is the enshrinement of everything that has gone wrong with our society over the last 30 years. And that's my only point.
I have to agree with Colin. MTV celebrating 15 years of music and 20 years of reality TV.
Yeah, there you go. Ron, are you an MTV fan?
Back in the day, I enjoyed some of the videos. Yes, the music videos were good, and then they just kept getting worse. It's just like reality TV. Reality TV started off not too bad, but then it just...
Every time we think we've sunk to a new low, we supersede that and go to a whole new low.
And I think The Apprentice has kind of shown where reality TV can go.
There you go. All right, Sandy Hook Elementary is going to reopen this August. Ron, what do you think?
That's a difficult thing, going back into that school, and I think they're keeping the school. They've totally rebuilt it. They've kept
and
a
they
couple
moved
of
the position.
They've moved some positions. Some of the staff is going back. Some of them's not. I think the kids that were in kindergarten there will be like in 4th grade now. That's got to be one difficult area to go back into. But I'm sure we're going back into the World Trade Center after it's rebuilt, and some of the places in New York is equally as tough to do after the amount of people, or going back into any place where there's been a murder. I know as a realtor, we had to tell people if somebody was killed in a gruesome way in a house, because a lot of people didn't want to buy it.
Well, I think back to the Columbine, when there was a Columbine shooting, that, when they reopened Columbine, that school they completely redid the inside of as well, and there's a good psychological reason for that, is you don't want people feeling unsafe in there. You want it to feel like it's a completely different environment.
And the reality, at the end of the day, you have to, as a society, be able to move past.
Right.
As horrendous, and look, we span the entire spectrum of views on gun rights and everything else on this table. There's nothing that any one of us can say that really relieves what happened at Sandy Hook.
Agreed. All right. Maryland schools rank among the country's best. In a recent survey by Wallet Hub, which I'm not familiar with, we ranked 13th in school system quality.
I read it was one of the places was 17th and 36th in safety.
36th in
safety.
Was interesting, yeah.
Yeah, and I thought, what is the issue here? Not long ago we were ranked way higher.
Well,
what's happened in the last couple of years?
I would question a lot of these different ratings, because we consistently come across as the best school system in the country in terms of the quality of education and in terms of our outcomes. So I think when we're rated, and very much we've run into this before, you have some folks out there that for whatever reason, and you have to be cognizant of who's actually doing the ratings. Do they have some sort of a methodology by which they're rating, or do they just not like Maryland?
Yeah. I mean, I think back to some of those articles that I've read about, Hagerstown being, the worst place to raise a kid or stuff like that. And it's actually just a clickbait article to drive people to that site for the advertising.
Yeah, and if you look up who the person writing or what the organization writing the article is or publishing it, has no credibility.
Yeah, I think that, we have a wonderful school system here in Washington County. We have a wonderful school system statewide.
Yep, absolutely. And, being the parent of a child here in Washington schools again for 10 years now and going on 11, I've never had anything but the best things to say about Maryland schools.
All right. A Nigerian scammer who was apparently behind thousands of online scams and apparently profited to the tune of $60 million is now under arrest.
Wait. So the person I just gave my bank account to was not actually a princess?
No.
Oh, my God.
Probably not.
Yeah. I mean, it is very sad that people fall for that scam. It is an age-old scam that has been around for almost as long as the internet has been around. And, basically, they say, hey, you're going to get these millions of dollars. All you have to do is, oh, well, hey, we need you to pay this couple $100 processing fee. Oh, we need to bribe this government official for the couple $100 more. And they keep getting all this money from you. And then once you have actually fallen for it and you realize, oh, hey, I got scammed, then they sell your info to another scammer who claims to be from the government's recapturing organization.
Right.
Yeah, to get you your money back that you got scammed. But, oh, you need to give us a little bit of money so we can do that for you.
So
and they get you a second time.
They double dip you. Gotta love it.
So they either come from the Ukraine or from someplace else, from some foreign country. So is that like the emails? Why is there so much about scamming and emails?
Yeah.
Because people fall for it. And unfortunately, they're always picking on the weakest members in society, the ones that are likely to fall for it.
Ones
The
that are
elderly,
desperate.
the ones who are desperate, the ones who are not informed. Any one of us at this table would never fall for it because you'd look at the email and go like, yeah, right, delete.
All right, free Wi-Fi kiosks in New York, and people are using them to watch porn. Ron,
That was quite interesting.
do you watch porn in New York when you go there?
I haven't been there lately, but I don't think that was watching it was the problem. I think it was the lewd activity that was along with watching it that's what the problem became. And there was a law against that, but there wasn't a law against watching what you watch.
Look,
little Pee Wee Herman thing going on.
Yes.
Well, and Pee Wee Herman's activities would have been perfectly fine if he just sat in the theater and watched it. Look, we cannot control, if we give free access to the internet, we can't control what people do in terms of what they're accessing online.
Right.
We certainly can control what they physically do in a public place because that blurs the line to something that becomes illegal, right, or something that is not allowed. I don't think, and I think as Ron said, the issue is not so much what people are downloading as much as it is what they're actually doing while they're watching that content.
But these kiosks actually have tablets built into them that people can use, that can stand there and use.
I hope they wipe them off.
So,
Okay, so let me ask you this question. Back 20 years ago when you had a phone booth, could you prevent somebody from dialing a 1-900 animal line?
Yes, because you charged them for it.
Well, no.
you'd have to have a lot. You'd have to have a lot of
The
quarters.
receiving end charged them for it.
You pay by the minute.
The provider didn't charge them for
Right.
it. They did not police what people were doing.
Right.
All right, and Colin, you're going to get the last word on that. Stay tuned, because last call is next.